Everyone wants to know how to become a YouTuber, but to become a YouTuber, you need to know how to make a good video. That's what we talk about today in the series, how to make a good video on YouTube. Here we go. Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here and you're looking to start a YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there onto the second largest search engine on the internet, click subscribe. Start creating. Now you've figured out what your niche is and you've got your equipment, and if you haven't, you go back and check that part in this series in the playlist up here. But now you know what you want to do, you've got the passion to do it, you've got the equipment in mind, and now you want to know how to make a good video. Number one, plan your topic and title that you are wishing to talk about, thinking about SEO. You should always consider, maybe even a little notepad, the idea or a keyword or key phrase that you want to make a video about. You can then build the video around that. Why is that important? Well, if you just throw up an idea and title it something that's completely vague, no one's hunting for that title and no one will find that video. But if you want to make a video about Kylie Jenner's lip gloss and then title it "How to Put on Kylie Jenner Lip Gloss," it's then a keyword, it's a search term, it's something that people will be searching for rather than just the product title or just putting on lip gloss. 2, make bullet points to guide yourself through the video. Now, I'm not saying that you have to verbatim go through a script. You don't have to spew every single word out that you've ever written. And for the love of God, do not just look at the bullet points that you are running from and go through them one at a time, because point 3, the bullet points are there to nudge you. The bullet points are there to help you. And hopefully people don't even notice that you're running off some kind of nudge list or bullet point list. It should all look like it's coming from your own brain and that you are some kind of super makeup genius or whatever niche you are planning from. It will also stop you erring and umming and waffling on for 10 minutes when it could be a 2-minute video. 3, test your camera. Now, this is before you've even started recording, right? So you've figured out what your title's going to be. You've made some bullet points on the video that you'd like to make. Of course you need to test out your video equipment, because there's nothing more annoying than waffling into a camera for 15 minutes and then realizing you can't hear yourself and having to re-record it. Just run through some test dummy stuff. You know, you stood in front of the camera counting to 10 so they can hear the audio and see the video footage, and then you know that it's okay. 4, think of the structure of the video. In my case, I always open with some kind of mild hook, telling you what this is about, telling you that this is part of the How to Be a YouTuber series. The reason for this is that people will click on the title and the thumbnail, and if you mention immediately what the video is about and it matches up to their needs, they're going to stick around more because you've already delivered on what they were expecting. It kind of shakes the bad taste of clickbait out of their face if they know that they're actually going to get what they clicked on. Have you considered music in the background? Is that going to help you deal with any muffled noises in the background that you don't want them to hear? Do you have a catchphrase that they're absolutely determined for you to use? So on mine, I say, go out there, start creating. But my viewers, for some reason, really like me saying, here we go. And so I include it at the start. Remember, in the middle of that video, somewhere that has to be some kind of call to action. Ask them to subscribe, ask them to like, maybe ask them to comment. Don't ask them to do all 3 at once because it will confuse them. Pick one, stick to one, tell them how they do it. And near the end of the video, make sure that you hand them off to something. Make sure it's another video, make sure it's another channel, make sure that you're pushing them somewhere. You want to help guide them through session watch time, you want to help engage them more, and if you can control where they go, they're not going to leave the site and end session watch time, penalizing your channel. Maybe you can kind of do the, if you liked this makeup tutorial, why not check out this makeup tutorial? Wonderful. Okay, so you've recorded your video and everything's fine. Now remember how to edit your video to help yourself. Editing your videos can remove all of those ums and ahs and mistakes that would otherwise drag. You can't record a 15-20 minute video and throw that 15-20 minute video up there with all those ums, ahs, blank spaces and dead noise. Try and intercut things. Try and put graphics over it. Make sure that you're moving from left to right. Maybe do some jump cuts. If you're talking about a specific topic, throw up a picture about that or a B-roll. Are you talking about skyscrapers? Are you talking about skateboarders? Are you skydiving in general? Are you making makeup tutorials? Throw some B-roll over it so therefore they're not just looking at you talking about it, but they can actually see it and visualize it. It keeps them engaged for longer, it makes them watch for longer, it helps your watch time and overall helps you maybe monetize your channel or reach your end goal. And finally, you upload the video. Now, that sounds like common sense, but there are still more things to think about when you're just uploading. Now, of course, the core things are to think about SEO, which we will talk about very shortly in this series. If you want to go and check that out, if this series video is already up, there's a playlist here. But you need to consider the title of that video. Is it intriguing and eye-catching? Does it have a keyword in it to make sure it's searchable? Have you given it a decent thumbnail? Is that thumbnail within the niche that you are supposed to be creating? So if you're in the makeup world, does it look like other makeup tutorial thumbnails, or does it look like a gaming video and it's going to confuse people? Make sure you've got relevant tags that are long keyword and key phrases, and overall just make it a nice visual experience, because you're not likely to buy a battered iPhone box with an iPhone inside if it doesn't look pretty. I'd much rather it be the nice, sleek, styled design and the peely plastic that everybody gets that little shiver from when they open it. But for a deeper dive into search engine optimization and video SEO on YouTube, why not check out the next video in the How to Become a YouTuber series? The videos will be here and the playlist accordingly, or if it's not out yet, hit subscribe, hit that notification icon so you're alerted every time a video goes live. Go out there, start creating.